You can tell the banks are now, they're hawking loans again. Again. Please don't buy furniture with them. Don't. And I think that's one of the things that really messed up our dollar rate. And, we all said nasty things about the governor at the central bank, but we were taking money in Kenya shillings to buy luxury items in dollars. I mean, duh, what do you think was going to happen? And, it's not like we're buying anything impressive. No, we're just sitting there thinking, I want white leather furniture. And we're buying Brazilian hair weaves. Incidentally, ladies, there is no such thing as a Brazilian. Google it. But there is no such thing. 35,000 shillings for bad hair. Knock yourself out. Knock yourself right out. Don't let your husband know, though. Don't let your husband know. So for me, create a wealthy mindset. Too many of us walk around thinking, if only I could meet the right person, get the right deal. No, it's all in you. I'm not special, not by a whisker. And every time I think about all the opportunities I missed, and I remember loving my class because I had to sit at the back because, half the time somebody would sit and they'd turn around and look at me. I'm like, hey, I don't earn a meter, I don't do that. Spend less than you earn. Spend less than you earn. Can I say this before the 30th? Is your money in already? Can you try not to spend it all, please? Debt is only good if it's building assets. And this is the other thing. Stop being afraid of banks. I love banks. I love my bank manager. I mean, it took me a long time to create a relationship with my new bankers, Standard Chartered, because I'd been a CBA for like 17 years. I mean, they know me. I'm like I'm driving if somebody can come out with money, and they do it. So the thing is, debt is fantastic if you know what you're doing with it. We don't have money, just falling out of trees. You and I need to talk to financial institutions. But only use debt if it's doing something good for you. In fact, by the way, cut up your credit card and then pay them off. Pay off your debts first. It doesn't matter what Washeka tells you, how important it is. Clear your debts. I am that person you do not want as a customer because I'm the chick who finishes off the credit card at the end of every month. And I have, what do I have? My limit is 40K. Yeah, and CBA has been saying, so would you like a gold? No. Are you sure? No. Can we raise your ceiling? No. However, Standard Chartered, they're funny. They send me the new platinum one. It's funny. 1.5 million. I said, aha, nice. I put it in the safety deposit as well because at CBA, I mean, I don't need that. 1.5, you can buy what, 3, 4 Vits with that? And you like swipe. That's crazy. Learn the language of money. Don't be vacuous about it. All the words on Beyonce's songs, everything Jay-Z ever said, and you don't understand the language of money. You don't understand what an asset is, a liability. Learn the language, for heaven's sake. Increase your equity, paper assets, real estate, business. That's what you should come out of here with. I kept sitting there thinking, if Washeka starts talking about building one more, look, I'm cow. Have you seen my nails? I don't do construction. I'm not that chick. That's why Nemo is here. But I learned just sitting in that class that I am myself an asset. I mean, from the time when did I finish? And why didn't I get a certificate? Okay, fine, then send it to me. We have lunch often enough, eh? I didn't realize people got certificates, but I remember somebody calling me up once and saying, we have a product, it's not too interesting to sell, but then again, you speak well. Could you put together a presentation and do the presentation for us? We'll do the Q&A. And I do that for everybody between here and Mogadishu. And I didn't have to invest in one piece of greda to do that. Okay, and sometimes what it is you need to do to create the money you need to create is right there, and it's probably just inside you. So don't do other people's businesses. Like I said, I mean, I'm all happy for Kina Nemo and Kina Washeke. They were genetically engineered to put out buildings. I don't. And even when I'm ready to, I'll just call her and subcontract her. Use other people's money and time and throw out the lies, please. I mean, this is my final thing, and I'm hoping I'm doing well on time. Throw out the lies. There's too many lies. I wish I could get Bob Colomo's job. It's taken. I wish I could get Mina Kageni's job. It's taken. You wish you could get mine? No, it's not going to happen. And actually, if you're in our industry, I think, and Mina and I say this all the time, we're the last of the line who probably earn what we're earning. We came into the business 13, 14 years ago when we were actually, a rare commodity. Today, We do voice tests for 200 on a Saturday. So no, you do not want that. If only I could get a government deal. And no, it doesn't work like that. And by the way, unless you're doing something already, you're never, ever going to get that deal. And there's nothing and there are lies we tell each other when we're sitting around having our cheap beer in our so-called chama because we do nothing. I don't belong to a chama. The other thing that, Centonomy validated for me is that I didn't have to. I mean, I have a sort of investment club. There's me and my mother. And I am the chair and she's the treasurer. And we have meetings on the phone. She says, we're buying in Imali. I'm like, go. And that's it. We're done. But, you also need to ask yourself, what sort of time are you spending and what you're doing with it? If you're sitting around saying, so now, inasemekana, no, you didn't hear the story. Ay, stop. Hi, you got, it's just that you got nice eyes and you're actually nodding as I speak. The other lie we've got is, if only I could meet a rich sugar mommy. I mean, guys. Chicks are mean. I'm a chick, I'm mean. We just don't roll like that. And no amount of money sugar mommy's going to give you is ever going to sort you out. And I'm only speaking to the younger gentlemen. To the ladies, Wangara Maathai always said this, money neck up. Money neck up. Sugar daddy, please. That guy is only spending change on you. No, no amount of money you're going to get from your sugar daddy is going to take you where you're going. Come on. Who are you kidding? And anyway, and I remember this very clearly from one of those moments. And I have had the girlfriends who we looked at her handbag and her shoes and were like, oh, we should get ourselves one of those. The problem is when he gets his driver to come and pick up his car and you're crying. And I'm sitting there saying, the logbook wasn't in your name? No. Were you paying the insurance premiums? No. So I guess you were just a dere. Yeah. The logbook ain't yours. If you're not paying the insurance premiums, it's not your car. You are the driver. That's who you are. Okay? So, throw out the lies. And on all those lies we tell each other, enewe nasikia alikutana na jamaa mwingine alafu huyo jamaa kamununulia nyumba tatu. Really, I'm in media. I can tell you that's all lies. Who said that we are the only people paid to propagate lies? You. And we spin those stories as well. If only I could get a loan for 10 million, if you can't manage 500,000, you can't manage 1,000, 2,000, nobody's going to give you 10 million. It's never going to happen, ever, ever, ever. I must make it now. It's never going to happen now. It's just, that's the way it is. That's the way it is. But I think if nothing else you leave here with as you go forward, whether you sign up for the class or not, and you must, an attitude of gratitude is very important. If you want it, you must celebrate it. And ladies, once again, I need to say this. You cannot attract anything you resent or repel. You just can't. If you want it, you must celebrate it. You cannot constantly go to church and pray for wealth and wisdom, Heavenly Father. But every time you come across somebody who's done, you're like, if you want it, you must celebrate it. Because that is what resonates with your soul and brings it to you. Once again, it's like the day, you know what happened the day you wanted to buy an East. All of a sudden, you saw them everywhere. You've got to cultivate an attitude of gratitude, not only for where you are, but for where you're going. And if you want it, celebrate it. Pray for yourself. The journey becomes a lot easier if you understand that there is a higher power that probably has put in place what it is you need. But pray for yourself. And I always say, pray selfishly. Jabez did. Oh, that you will bless me indeed. Not, anyway, Father, if it is in your will. No, I usually tell God I want. When? Sometimes he tells me yes, sometimes he tells me no, sometimes he tells me you gotta be kidding. I can work with that. But please pray. And then also bless others. I think one of the things we've never understood is the cycle of what it is we do. And we're like, yeah, it's okay. Carol supports some people sanitary. I was like, no. If you don't bless, you will not be blessed. And if you're blessed and you do not bless, that tap will run dry. So it doesn't matter what it is you're doing, where you are at the moment. My mother says there are more people who pray for me than I pray for myself, and this is true. And, the first time I tried to figure it out is, when my mother came to see my house being constructed, and it was Sue Mariah who told me, have you shown your mother what you're doing? And I'm thinking, I'm broke, I'm tired. And anyway, there's Juala. What am I showing her? The woman stands there and she cries. I'm like, why are you crying? And she said, it is not possible that you are mine, that you have this. And she says, there's a God. But every time I remember that multiplier, and Washaka has a multiplier for using other people's time, but how about using other people's prayers? I have 30 children, I'm trying to grow that number to 100, who I pay school fees for in Madare. Every one of those children has 3 siblings and 2 parents. That's the number of people who pray for me every night. If you cannot multiply anything else, multiply the number of people who pray for you. And by the way, these kids, I remember the first time I heard about school fees, I was told it's $920. I said $920 a week, a day. I was told a term. I was like, jive. It was 920 shillings. And I said, but that's not even possible, that they cannot pay fees at 920. I was told, well, if the mother's a house help and the father's probably a wachi, it's a stretch, and there's 5 children in the home. But I was told, however, for a shilling and 50 cents that they get uji mix in the morning, and for 5 shillings, they get lunch, which brings the entire school fees per child to 1,250 a term. I said, give me 30. Because I got handbags for that. Oh yeah, that was the younger, dumber me. Now I buy one handbag, and I carry it until my sisters come and take it away. They're like, your handbag in Aliyah. And I don't have an issue. So, by the way, Washeka is not going to teach you how to be cheap and mean. She isn't. She's going to teach you to be rational. And that's what it is. I mean, I always tell people, I'll buy a $500 handbag. The last one that my sisters took away, they took it away. They actually locked me out of my own bedroom. They took it, and then they left with it. And I can remember my sister, Regina, did the math, and she said, you've actually carried it for 3 years. That's 50 bob a day. She said, honestly, you've worn out this handbag, get another one. But and anybody who knows me knows I've had the same red handbag for, and everybody says you can carry a child in that. Yes. But I've had it for 2 years, going on 3. I'll replace it at the end of next year. It's no biggie. Yeah, you couldn't afford it anyway. Stop looking at me like that. It's the same thing as people who look at me and they look at pictures of me online and like, you got the same earrings, you got the same watch, you're overwearing the necklace. No. I invested in good things. Yes, these are real. This is real. This was made for me. Nobody else has one. This is all I got. I can't spend money on rubbish. Those trinkets we buy every time we go to, I don't know, the craft fair. And then, you wear it for 2 days and you're like, I don't do that anymore. But it's one of the things you learn. Learn to use your money rationally and also do you and bless other people. So be blessed. I need to run. I got all sorts of silly emergencies going on. My daughter is missing me. Get rich, and when you do, remember me, please. Okay? Thank you very much.